Okay, so in calculus, in average rate of change, we divide the difference of function by x2 minus x1. Well, the question is, why do we divide by x2 minus x1? So, I will not put out extra effort in explaining this. What I am going to do is, I will just ask ChatGPT. Let's do it and then I will just explain it. Alright, so coming back to this thing. Alright, so why do we divide x2 minus x1? I know. If you have seen the average rate of change formula, so we divide it by x2 minus x1. So why is that? Okay, so imagine, okay, let me just expand this. Imagine there is one student A, and he improves the marks from 50 to 70, and again there is student B who improves the marks from 50 to 70. अब हामी के भन्न सक्छौं भने, or can we say that did they improve equally? हैन, दुईजनाको 50 to 70 मार्क्स त पुगेको छ, हो हैन? But can we say that they improve equally? अब हेरौँ है त ल. So ChatGPT के भन्छ? What if a student A took 2 weeks and the student B took 2 years? एउटाले चाहिँ 2 हप्तामै 50 देखि 70 मार्क्स ल्यायो, अर्कोले चाहिँ 2 वर्ष लगाइदियो हैन 50 देखि 70 मार्क्स ल्याउनलाई. So the improvement for both of these guys, A and B, is not kind of same. It's not same, right? So what is the idea? The idea is this: marks ma change कति भयो भन्दा 70 minus 50 equals to 20. That makes sense, right? हैन, that makes sense. अब एउटाको लागि 2 week छ, and then if we calculate the average rate of change, it's going to be 20 over 2, which is 10. So that's it, 10 marks per week. हैन, 10 marks per week. अर्कोको लागि 10 marks per year हुन्छ. If you replace that 2 weeks with 2 years for student B, हैन, यो जुन यहाँ student B भनेको छ, student B took 2 years भनेको छ. So the change in marks is यहाँ 50 देखि 70 20, 20 divided by 2 years भनेको 20 by 2 is 10, 10 marks per year भयो. See, एउटाको 10 marks per week, अर्को 10 marks per year. So there is a huge difference, हैन? Improvement को यदि हामीले आइडिया बुझ्यौं भने, we can actually sort of see the difference in between the improvement of student A and B. दुईटा बेग्ला बेग्लै कुरा छ. So now let's connect to the function. A function मा suppose हामीसँग एउटा फंक्सन छ अरे fx equals to x square. अनि हामीलाई के निकाल्नु परेछ भने x यदि 1 छ र x यदि 3 छ भने हाम्रो रेट अफ चेन्ज कति छ. सो पहिला सुरु हामी फंक्सन भ्यालु निकाल्छौं f of 1. This one comes from x equals to 1, which is 1. If you just substitute the value of x as 1 here, you will get 1. Similarly, if you substitute the value of 3, x as 3, you will get 9. किनभने यहाँ x 1 र 3 राख्नु भनेको छ, त्यसैले यहाँ 1 र 3 राखेर हामीले फंक्सनको भ्यालु निकाल्यौं. सो 1 र 9 आयो. सो नाउ आउटपुट चेन्ज बाइ, आउटपुट भनेको के हो त भन्दा एउटा यो भयो, दिस इज द आउटपुट, अर्को आउटपुट यो भयो. सो आउटपुटमा चेन्ज कति आयो? 9 minus 1, which is 8 यहाँ लेखेको छ. र इनपुटमा चेन्ज भनेको के हो त भन्दा 1 बाट 3 गयो भनेको 3 minus 1 2. So we divide over 8 by 2, हैन? So that is the formula for average rate of change, which is यहाँ गरेको छ 8 by 2 गरेपछि 4 आयो है. यसरी हाम्रो रेट अफ चेन्ज को मैले जस्ट एक्जाम्पल फंक्सनमा कसरी रिलेट गर्ने भन्ने कुरा डेली लाइफ एप्लिकेसनमा देखाइदिएको मात्रै हो. Now let's ask student, why don't we just use 8? 8 मात्रै भनेको कि 8 मात्रै भनेको त आउटपुटको चेन्ज मात्रै हो नि त. It will just give you the change in output. But 2 ले के गर्छ? How rapidly it is changing भन्ने कुरा हो के, हैन? How rapidly, हैन? It does not tell us how rapidly the change occurred. यदि हामीले 8 मात्र युज गर्यो भने. So it's like saying, एक एक्जाम्पल पनि दिएको छ मस्तले, it's like saying I drove 300 kilometers, but that's incomplete. What matters is I drove 300 kilometers in 5 hours. So your 5 hours ले चाहिँ 300 किलोमिटर मैले 5 घण्टामा कुदाएँ, अथवा 300 किलोमिटर मैले 2 घण्टामा कुदाएँ, अथवा 300 किलोमिटर मैले 1 घण्टामा कुदाएँ भनिसकेपछि हामीलाई के थाहा हुन्छ भने, we can actually compare the rate of change for different cases, for different scenario, है. सो यही कुरालाई अलिकति थोरै यसले अलिकति तडक भडक गरेर बजाएको छ. अब नेक्स्ट भिडियो के गर्छु भन्दाखेरि, what happens when x2 gets closer to x1? What happens when x2 gets closer to x1? हैन, x2 minus x1 त गर्यौं, तर यदि x2 र x1 धेरै क्लोज ल्याइदियो भने के हुन्छ? नेक्स्ट भिडियो.